Hey everybody, welcome to the newest episode of The Bearded Gamer Show. As always, I'm your host, The Bearded Gamer, Chris Arnone. I know, the beard is looking so awesome right now. I'm gonna see how much length I can get out of this thing before it just starts to, like, I don't know, try to eat my face or something. But anywho, how about we start off with an oldie but a goodie with some good news, bad news. So first up, this is going to go firmly in the bad news category, okay? So Diablo III finally launched. No, that's not bad news. That's a little piece of good news that prefaces the bad news. The bad news is the launch went pretty rocky, honestly. I mean, tons of error 37s, which basically boot somebody out and you got to go try again. I know our guy who does my filming here, Paul, he tried for like 2 hours just clicking the freaking button before he finally got in. Now, some of that did level off, and Blizzard has now apologized, in fact, for how rocky and rough that whole launch has been, and there's still been a lot of downtime for urgent maintenance over and over and over again. And on top of all this, that has now been announced, Ashbaugh said that they are going to indeed delay the release of the Real Money Auction House. Now, I kind of warned people over on the Blizz Planet Diablo Dialogue this would probably happen, because they said in 2 weeks or so, or, you know, at least a week. So, you know, it doesn't really surprise me. They're basically going to push this thing back until the rest of Diablo 3 is running smooth and steady, and then you should see your Real Money Auction House launch. Okay, so it is just some straight up news. Not good, not bad. GameStop's first quarter stuff came out, and now they've said that their physical sales are down, so that's maybe the bad side of this. The good side of it is they said their used and their digital download stuff is up, so not really surprising, but it also makes me go, physical's down, used is up. Hey EA, how well, I should say, is your online pass working if used sales are up and retail's, hello? Stop doing it, right? Okay. Make better games that people don't want to sell and buy used. It's that simple, really. I know. All right, some more bad news. Yeah, sorry. This came out recently that Activision, apparently while West and Zampella were still working for them, they were trying to hack their home computers and home email accounts to get at some of their personal interactions while they were still there. So, I mean, yeah, of course, anything that's within Activision, of course, Activision owns those emails, but this is stuff that's outside the company, which is just, I mean, it's wrong in so many ways. Now, what kind of bearing this could have on the lawsuit between Activision and West and Zampella, that's kind of hard to say at this point, but I thought it was just a big deal that, really, really crappy of Activision to try and do that. That's something that is blatantly illegal in their efforts to try and stop whatever West and Zampella were up to, sort of corroborating with EA at that point. So, let's finish off with some actual good news. I know it's been kind of a downer thus far. Far Cry 3 is going to have a multiplayer beta launching for just 2 weeks. It'll be later this summer, okay? And it's going to have all this awesome stuff. It's going to have 6 classes, 16 player matches, dozens of weapons, hundreds, this is full on, they're saying hundreds of upgrades and customizations, and multiple modes and maps available. So it should be a really big multiplayer beta. Console only, of course. Now, how do you get this? Well, one, if you go out and buy a brand new copy of Ghost Recon Future Soldier, you'll get a code. The other way is if you're a GameStop Power Up Rewards member, you'll also be able to get a code to get in on that multiplayer beta when it launches sometime this summer. So definitely looking forward to Far Cry 3, and this is a pretty big multiplayer beta. A lot of multiplayer betas only have like a couple classes, a couple maps. This it's going to be pretty big, so that's pretty sweet. All right, so that does it for the news for this week. Let's get on to a controller confessional. So at a recent press event, real small, invite only, it was shown a brand new trailer demo running in real time of Unreal Engine 4. This, of course, is made by Epic Games. Okay, these are the people that bring you like Gears of War. Of course, they've always built the Unreal Engine, and now they're showing off Unreal Engine 4, and it looks fantastic. Now, of course, these are the same people that bring you Infinity Blade. I mean, Unreal Engine 3 is so diverse. It's used in video games on all different platforms. And, if you've played Infinity Blade 2, it's the most phenomenal looking thing you've ever seen on a phone or a tablet for a game. That's how versatile the Unreal Engine 3 is. And there's also this great demo that can be seen that's still Unreal Engine 3 called the Samaritan demo, which it was run in real time on, I believe it was twin GTX 580s NVIDIA cards that was run in real time just looked phenomenal. Just blew out of the water any current-gen consoles and PCs all at the same time. Well, now this Unreal Engine 4 just kills them all, just slays them all. Now this here you're seeing is a screenshot from that demo. They have not released a full video to the public of this demo, but they have released some screenshots. But this was all like moving in real time. It was running on a GTX 680, and they're saying, you know, this is what the next generation can do. This is what the next generation should do, in fact, those next generation consoles. And in fact, Cliff Bleszinski, he was talking about this. He was saying they find it's their job, it's their duty to make sure that Sony and Microsoft push the envelope on that next generation, that they don't sit back. You know, they've got a lot that they can do with this next generation. You look at like Kinect, which is huge. It's revolutionizing computing, and it's had some impact on gaming, but especially in the next generation. I've said this before, that next Xbox will have the Kinect in mind, and because there's no processor on board the Kinect, they need more processing power in the box to really sort of translate all of that input and make it really work with a great game. So I think the fear could be, you know, the focus is going to shift to the Kinect and to these entertainment apps and to just more raw horsepower to accommodate that. When in fact Epic is going to try and push the envelope and say, no, we can still make better and better graphics, okay? They have said that the next generation graphics should be on par or surpassing James Cameron's Avatar movie, okay? And you know, we've seen some breakthroughs in graphics. L.A. Noire, and for instance, is one of my favorites. But you look at how short that game really is, how little they were able to pack in there because they had to put so much going on just to accommodate those complex facial expressions, the great graphics. And you know, hopefully this Unreal Engine 4 will run smoother, it'll run better, it'll allow this to even step up further. But I do think it's important what Bleszinski says there. It's that they've got to push the envelope. They've got to indeed step into this next generation of graphics, not just consoles. And, you know, graphics aren't everything. You look at MineCraft, you look at, you know, pretty much anything Nintendo makes. Graphics are not king. It's not the only thing out there. But I think they are an important aspect of our modern gaming landscape. And so I think it's fantastic that Epic is pushing those boundaries, pushing that further and further now with Unreal Engine 4. I cannot wait to see it actually running and play a game that's running on it for the first time. It'll be amazing. Okay, let's finish up this episode with a reviews roundup. Ask me again, right? I know, that's weird. Usually I go straight into some gameplay footage and start reading off some reviews. Well, that's because this reviews roundup is very special. It hits me right here. It really does. A good friend of mine, Matt Ashbaugh, writes over at GamerReview.com along with me. I've known the guy for decades at this point. He had to write a review recently for MineCraft on Xbox 360, but he felt no standard prose would do. No ordinary review was enough. No, he wrote his entire review in verse. The whole thing is a poem. And it is so epic, so glorious is it, that I'm going to read you the whole thing. All right? Sit back, grab your Mountain Dew, relax, take a break from Diablo, and feast your ears on this. It's phenomenal. Okay. MineCraft is epic. MineCraft is adored. People dig the aesthetic. It should not be ignored. Yet another review of the indie game darling. What is left to say that hasn't been said? From crafting to mines to those zombies snarling, a critique that rhymes might be better instead. Over 1 million is the number of players enjoying the current PC and Mac version. There are also many naysayers to this new Xbox 360, a perversion. Not using a mouse, but a controller instead? How could that possibly ever work out? Remove the fear from inside your head. Clear your mind of all doubt. It might not be supreme. For that, you'll need a computer. But it controls like a dream, like a first-person shooter. Left stick for moving, aiming the right. Use items with triggers, and also for punching. Oh, look at that. Is it already night? Monsters look eager to start with their munching. Let all new players rejoice, there is a tutorial. It is an excellent choice, leaving beginners' cluelessness in memorial. It tells me to get wood by punching a tree. A crafting table is my next goal. Some tricks, some sticks, some planks, a new pickaxe for me. Torches? I need to find some blocks of coal. It does not lead you around by the hand. You will still have to figure much of it out. But if this is your first time in Minecraft land, it gently points you down the right route. Crafting is altered, and for the best. The recipes are all there, no need for a wiki. Let's hope the PC will soon also be blessed, because remembering all the crafting can often be tricky. The achievements are quite easy, points 400 in all. These are as close as you'll need to goals in the game. A sandbox with monsters that you sometimes brawl, also crafting in mines. It's all there in the name. This version is older, version 1.6.6. No shears, no endermen, and no silverfish. Free updates are promised with the new features affixed. You can still go to the nether, if this is your wish. The visuals are still full of that charm pixelated. The music is the same soothing, calm bliss. Your joy at finding diamonds still can't be underrated. You will still be jumping at a creeper's demon hiss. To play on a couch instead of a chair makes the whole experience much more relaxing. Local co-op means that others can share. Xbox Live makes online play less taxing. The max players is 8 in a single world while online. The experience is top rate as long as the other players are benign. The frame rate doesn't drop even with local 4-player split screen. Drop in, drop out makes it easy to swap. These versions are getting hard to choose between. Versus my monitor, my TV is bigger. The controller is comfortable and easy to use. Makes it simple to control my digital mine digger, and at $20 it is cheaper. Always good news. The choice is all yours if you buy this or not. No need to start flame wars. They usually do squat. Your sacrifice little, but gain a bit more. The version is older, but bug-free and fun. Crafting much simpler. Online, not a chore. If couch co-op you enjoy, this is a home run. If you never played it, make this be your first. It is pretty much the same game as before. Between the two versions, there is really no worst, which means the game receives the same score. Matt Ashbaugh gave Minecraft for Xbox 360 an 8.8 out of 10. It's fantastic, phenomenal. Possibly the greatest video game review ever written. And I didn't even write it, so that's pretty high praise. All right, guys, that's enough for this week. We'll check you next time.